Good morning. Good morning. Can you hear me? All right. I am not in my usual, I guess, setting. Hi, this is Maria with Maria's Angelic Enlightenment. And we're going to be starting our Sacred Circle in just a couple minutes here. But I am coming to you live from actually Las Vegas, Nevada. And as I tried to load up my Zoom on my computer this morning, it said that I am not secure. And so it wouldn't let me do it from my computer. So I was trying to continue to try to use that computer, but I'm using my phone. So I hope that you can see me okay. And I can't see all of you as I usually do. So I'm sorry for that. Anyways, so from the phone, it only shows me, and I do see that Paula's on. So I know somebody's on here, so that's good. And I don't know if you can hear me, Paula. I hope you can. Oops, sorry about that. So how do I see if Paula's on? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if you can hear me. If you cannot hear me, I'm in trouble. All right, beautiful people. This is Maria with Maria's Angelic Enlightenment. You know, I'm thinking that I might also try to load up Facebook or to load up YouTube. Let me see if I can't do that. All right, so it is right now 9:01. This is Maria with Maria's Angelic Enlightenment. And can you hear me? Is it just me in here? I can hear you. Oh, thank you, Paula. Thank you so much. That is so helpful. I cannot tell you. Thank you. Okay, amen to that, right? All right, Paula can hear me. This is good. Okay, so I am coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada this morning. It's 7 o'clock here in Las Vegas. It's a beautiful cloudy day. It doesn't look very nice out here, but let me tell you, the weather is like 55 degrees, and compared to Waverly, Iowa, where I would be typically this time of year, this weather feels amazing to me. And I am so grateful to be in a little warmer climate and walking around yesterday without a coat on, and was just something else. So anyways, I really appreciate you guys coming on this morning. Sorry, I'm gonna close that behind me there, the computer stuff. Okay, so this morning, Maria's Angelic Enlightenment. I am based out of Waverly, Iowa, and I do angel readings for people. I do soul coaching. I do some business soul coaching, which is when you want to launch a business that is more connected to and aligned to your own soul, to your own truth, to your own sense of personal wisdom in this world. And in the last world that you were in, and also in the galaxies, I'm your lady, because I have done it for myself and have helped numerous people to launch their own spiritual business. And not that I am necessarily a business coach. I call myself a soul coach, which encompasses a totality of what your soul is. And today we're going to be talking about auras and intuition. So the aura. And I am doing a class in my office on the 23rd of March, which is auras and intuition. For those of you that are Angelic University members, that class is half price for you. Hi, Mary, welcome. That class is half price for you on March 23rd on Saturday morning from 9 to 1. And so I'm looking forward to working with people individually, and one-on-one. We'll do much more with that actual hands-on work with the workshop, Auras and Intuition, on March 23rd. But today we're having an overview of aura information and also talking about intuition. So I want to, before we start, just have everyone close their eyes for a moment, take a deep breath, and then let out stress through your mouth, let in peace through your nose, fill up your lungs, and then exhale out any kind of stress or stale energy. Again, take in peace through your nose and let out stress, pain, negativity, lower energy through your mouth. And let's close your eyes briefly. Beautiful Lord, sweet angels, Holy Spirit, my guides and angels, and all of those that are on Sacred Circle this morning, guides and angels, I ask that your light, your love, and your positive energy will support all of us. We ask, Lord, that you will bless us with guidance as we connect with you and your angels, as we extend our knowledge to the heavens, and we are open to understanding the greater consciousness that we are now becoming more familiar with. May our galactic wisdom that has been surfacing over the last few years begin to assimilate more and more as we truthfully understand and access our greater wisdom, intuition, and knowing. With your light, Lord, we are grateful, and with the help of the angels, we are ever more expanding. In your name, and for this time, and this morning, and the next morning, and the mornings to come, we say amen. All right, so always willing to connect with God every second that I can. And, you know, I find that that is one of the best ways, period, that I ground myself, is that I find myself sometimes, like if I get a little hyper, or if I'm feeling kind of, perhaps, you know, on edge, or angry, or impatient with somebody, or irritated, that when I go to prayer, that it just very genuinely grounds me. And so, you know, reach to prayer to ground yourself. And I'm very much a Catholic, in terms of the way that I was raised. And so I like to start with, you know, an Our Father and a Hail Mary in the morning. And I find myself like waking up and going, you know, I love the world. I'm, you know, I'm so grateful to be alive. You know, I'm very comfortable in my bed, and I feel, you know, this joy. And then like, thank you for this day, Lord, for being with us, for guiding me today. May I be open to your service in any way that you may see fit. You know, bring the whisper of the angels to me and support me for the highest good. That's kind of like my morning prayer. And then I go into an Our Father, and then I switch to a Hail Mary, and then I run that Our Father and Hail Mary for a few rounds, and then I do a meditation. And I want to say I found a really good meditation app. It's called Insight, INSIGHT Timer. So it's Insight Timer is a beautiful meditation app that has over like 5,000 either guided meditations, sound healing, binaural, you know, sounds, theta sounds, support for, you know, like gentle music, quiet, and also motivating kind of sound that can support your thinking and enlighten your thinking, or in a sense underground or underneath, or it's not underground, under the current of your energy, you know, like to help you focus. And so there's many meditations and recordings in there. So Insight Timer is an app. It's absolutely free, and you don't have to buy anything. Just download Insight, INSIGHT Timer. And this is not a commercial for them. I'm not an affiliate with them. I simply have this. I'm using it, and I find it very, very nice. And we'll use it for, a 5-minute meditation, a 10-minute meditation, a 20-minute meditation, an hour meditation. And it keeps the time for you, and it plays. And then, when you're done, you can record. And I've been trying to do consecutive days in a row. So it's very, very nice for that, and absolutely free. So if you want some help with meditation or reflective prayer time, that is a really good tool that I have found. I'm sorry about that. My husband's phone is going off. And as I said, I am in Las Vegas, Nevada, and in this beautiful hotel room in Caesar's Palace this morning. And I did ask him to leave the room so that I could have peace. But I didn't tell him to turn his phone off. So that was his phone going off. Let's start our topic, auras. So some of you may realize that, auras are around everything, every person, every place, and everything. And it's called the electromagnetic field, and it is part of the earth. It's the electromagnetic field, but each living thing emanates its own magnetic field, and everything is living. And we humans happen to have a magnetic field that is very versatile and also dynamic. So it'll shift and change, and we can go from, like having a feisty red aura, like I'm wearing this red today, to having a calm white aura that can really emanate from you, around you. And it can be a form of reading others, and it can be a form of understanding others. It can also be an intentional part of your own wisdom that you work on to build the aura energy to support, your own intuition. And so when you work on clearing your energy centers, your chakras, when you work on clearing the energy and balancing the energy, then you are also indirectly working and also directly working on your aura. And this beautiful energy around you has been ever increasing, ever decreasing, ever momentously changing in colors. The colors do have different meanings, and some intuitives and those that see, clairvoyance like myself, clair sentience, clear feelings, and I also encourage us to be all of the clairs, but all the clair feeling and the clairvoyance tend to come in more with auras. So clairvoyance is clear seeing, and it's not about seeing with these eyes. It's about seeing with your third eye, and it's about seeing with your sense of balance and calm, and knowing and understanding from this place of your emotions that you sense, the clairsentience, your clear feeling, your emotions. You can feel perhaps other people's energy as well. And it's not perhaps, we can feel other people's energy, and sometimes we feel first. So let us go to the scenario. Perhaps you have been very calm and meditative, like I said, woke up this morning, had a nice, prayer, and, then went into a meditation, and then, come out of that and doing some stretches and some exercise and activity. And then, suddenly across the hall, I hear, yelling and screaming and like, some kind of exclamations that maybe we won't speak of. And all of a sudden that might switch the way I feel for a moment. And it is not that I am going from calm to excitement. It is that I am picking up, sensitive enough to pick up the energy of that fight that's going on outside the door. That is clear feeling. And all of us do this, you know, and you think about that time when you first heard mom and dad, you know, arguing, and it really, like, you know, made your stomach upset, or that, you know, that time when your teacher, you know, caught you doing something wrong, or maybe you're cheating, or maybe you're telling a lie, and you know, you felt your energy just kind of, you know, shift, and your stomach was like in knots. We're picking up clairsentient wise other people's energy, and then of course our own association with that, our own alignment with that. So we can feel the aura too. You know, a person emanating an angry aura, which may look like a really dark, ugly red, would be to the clairvoyant something you could see. But to clairsentience and your awareness of clear feeling, everyone's awareness of clear feeling, you would feel the angry red. And you would know, oh, wow, you know, and we have all walked by that person that kind of, you know, woof, you know, oh my gosh, you know, they felt like they were, you know, bombing you, or they felt like they were, you know, like so angry that, you know, like they swished some of your goodness out of you and kind of emptied you or drained you for a moment. The aura is an electromagnetic field. And when you are in a state of peace, well, you're going to expand that peace out from you. Typically, we expand from the center of our being out to about, you know, a foot, and then 2 feet and 3 feet very easily around us. And this electromagnetic field 3 feet out is very typical. And we won't even realize it, like, you know, until someone points it out to us that we may have been affected by that angry person because we're acting a bit angry. We may not realize that, you know, we're like suddenly in a state of peace because the sun was shining and everything around us was peaceful, and we shifted our energy. We may realize these things, but we may not. Sometimes when we're little, we don't realize that we got angry because, you know, our mom and dad had a fight, and that made us feel angry. And then all of a sudden our energy is kind of in that same vibration, in that red, if we say dark red, angry energy, or even, you know, black and brown and gray. Those are other colors that can be somewhat, you know, angry and violent, or frustrated. So I'm kind of going out of context, but I just wanted to give you that briefing that we can feel the aura a lot of times. We can feel the energy. It is electromagnetic field. So we're talking about a person's energy and their vibration. Right now, I have, you know, purposely, you know, gotten behind, I have this gray background here behind me, and you can kind of see my shadow on the wall behind. Well, you can also see around the shadow, you know, this kind of like little bit of white glow. And around every living thing, if you focus on it, beyond, like over the shoulder in a way, as if you're looking back there, you can kind of see, you know, this glow, or you'll start to see a glow around me. Even from a video like this, you would be able to see like this little white kind of field around me. On this side, it's harder to see because it's busy. But over here against this, you know, like plain background, you are able to see a little bit easier. So I'm going to scooch over just a little bit more. So if you start to focus on me like that, you may find yourself, you know, like looking not at me, but you're looking at the edge around me. And that is where we can activate your clairvoyance. And your clear seeing, and not seeing with your physical eye, but seeing with what we call a soft gaze. So you're kind of looking beyond Maria's face, and you're looking more like at around me, or at the outside of my energy. And you can do that with anything. You can put up your hand and look not at your hand, but beyond your hand, and begin to focus, you know, on whatever is beyond your hand. But then what you'll notice is that around your fingers, if you don't look directly, if you're looking beyond, that you'll start to notice that you see some light. And often we see like that white glow first, much more easily. And that is a soft gaze. So we're not looking at something directly, because directly means that we're suddenly activating our occipital lobe, which sees with the vision of the physical eye. But instead, we, are seeing with the soft gaze, which is the third eye, the spiritual eye, that doesn't go through the thinking process, but just goes through the knowing process. So in my workshop on Saturday the 23rd, we're going to work on that more physically, and it is easier to do when you're actually, with me. And I have taught aura classes for many different years, actually, different times. And people, almost everybody will begin to see, if we work on it in person. But that is one way to see, is with a soft gaze. And that soft gaze, the best way to describe it is like, don't look directly at the person, begin to just focus on their outline, and then you'll start to see a little outline behind them, maybe like a white at first. And if you just stay in that kind of sense, and then and relax and breathe, then you will begin to see more colors emanating from them with some practice. Sometimes you can do it right away. Sometimes it takes a little bit of practice. You can also close your eyes and begin to just genuinely connect with that person and see what colors may come forward. It's very fun, and just trust the first colors that you see, and and relax a bit about it. But that is clairvoyance then. So we've talked about the aura being an electromagnetic field, that every person, place, or thing has electromagnetic field, and we call that the aura. We also can detect an aura through either clairsentience, which is clear feeling, or clear seeing, which is the seeing with clairvoyance, clear seeing with the third eye. You can see it with your physical eyes as well if you relax and use your soft gaze. Okay, so we've talked about 3 different ways that we could detect an aura. Some people can taste an aura. So you may meet up with somebody and, they're wearing orange that day. So you think you taste an orange and you think that's their aura. That's possible. But is it truly, that taste, that sense of the aura? This is a little bit tricky, and it's very difficult to explain, over the video. But if you get an essence of, a taste, like a violet, maybe like grape, orange, green could be lime, or it could be like evergreen. A white aura would be very clean tasting. But the pinks could be like a, kind of like a berry, a raspberry. Red could be like strawberry. So sometimes, like, you don't even know it, but you have this idea of a fruit, or usually a fruit or flower that comes to you when you're connecting with somebody. And again, you could be detecting a part of their aura that day, their energy that day. So that is something that could be, I'm saying the aura can be a taste as well. And then we have clear sentience, clear feeling, clairvoyance, clear seeing, and clair augustus, which is clear taste. And then we have clair alliance, which is clear smell. So the very same way that you may, taste the aura, maybe you're tasting like a strawberry, you could smell strawberry too, or you could smell the violet, you could smell, just clean like sheets. And yes, it could be a sense in the air. So sometimes we second guess ourselves, but it is interesting that once you begin to realize that the aura can be actually palpitated in various ways, that you will, no longer take for granted when you think something smells bad. Now, it could be because somebody, passed some gas and that smells bad. But when something smells bad or doesn't smell right to you, it could be that you are detecting, like an energy that's erratic in somebody. And that energy is already telling you that perhaps something is off, or something is wonderful, or something's very peaceful. I like to, my angel retreats in April on the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. I can't wait. The 14th annual angel retreat. Now, that is a place, first of all, the spirituality house that we have at Franciscan Spirituality House in Hiawatha, Iowa, is beautiful energy. And you walk in and you feel peaceful. And then we get like the retreat going and everybody's in this really great vibe. And you feel that energy. That's a palpable energy of high vibration. And we can say that there's rainbow colors everywhere and everybody's, like in this amazing vibe, but you can feel that. You can truly, feel that. And that is, like it picks you up, it shifts you, it energizes you. And that's what a feeling does when you may walk by somebody that has a great feel. Like you might say, that person just has an aura about them. That person is just like sunshine. That person like just makes me smile whenever I'm around them. Or the opposite, it's like, oh, they're really going through a hard time. They seem to be, just kind of draining themselves. And even me, like when I'm around them, I'm just really drained. Those, again, you are detecting their energy, a person's energy. When somebody's had an argument in a room and then you walk in there, and then they're quiet. Something's gone on. That somebody's been, saying something, or that it's been kind of like a little bit, tight in there, or difficult, or there's been butting of heads, or there's like a feeling of like pressure. These are palpable ways that we, beautiful humans, in our everyday life detect other people's energy and other things. When your doggy's tired, we know when our dogs that don't even talk to us, our animals, are not feeling well, or when they're full of love and all this love is coming from you, you can't resist. It's like, come on my lap, let me, give you a pat, come over here. I need some of that great energy. I mean, these are palpable energies. Hi, Kimberly. So we are really, detectors, all of us, and we go around in this world feeling and knowing and sometimes reacting to these energies, and we don't even give ourselves credit. So to awaken means that one of the things is that you become aware of how incredibly sensitive you are, and how incredible your body and your physicality is, and your spirituality is, and your soul is, and how you are growing every day more aware of everything that's going on around you. The electromagnetic field that is around everybody and everything is also called the aura. You can feel the aura. You can smell the aura. You may be able to taste the aura. You may see the aura with your physical eyes. If you practice, like I said, look around my head here and kind of like be beyond, not looking at Maria's face, but focusing around behind, and just relax as I'm talking to you, as I'm teaching to you, and see if you see, any color behind there. And if you do, color, then speak up, or as I would say, let me know. What color did you see around Maria today? I want to give another example of how, incredible our awareness is, or, and this morning we were in the elevator, my husband and I, in the elevator, because we, had to get a little Starbucks, and I am not a coffee drinker. I have beautiful green tea in here because that is my go-to. Green tea or cinnamon tea are like my favorite. And we were going down to the elevator. Before the elevator opened, of course, we were just chatting. We were kind of in a peaceful state. You know, it's very early here because it's 2 hours earlier. So there weren't a lot of people around, but the elevator doors open and there's two young men just like chatting away. And they're like, yeah, I was really, you know, vibing her up. And like, she got really hyped up and excited. And like, they're walking, you know, out of the door, really, really down the hall. And my husband, like, and I walk into the elevator and he goes, gosh, it feels really happy. Those guys are really happy. And it kind of feels, you know, makes me feel really happy. And I'm like, yeah, you know, they seem to be really happy about, you know, the way that they cheered up some girls. And, but, you know, case in point, there we were in the small elevator walking into that energy of these very happy dudes. These they were very happy young men that were talking about, you know, the friends that they were able to motivate or inspire or get hyped up, simply because they were excited and joyful themselves and having fun. And that energy stayed in the elevator with us, you know, because it was like part of that, you know, field that left us. So anyways, enough about the ways we can detect. Let me make sure. The energy can be seen, can be felt, good vibes and bad vibes, scary vibes. So we talked about that. And emanating about 3 feet around us, typically 3 feet around us. And then let's describe, provide insight. So an aura can provide insight to a person's personality, to a person's spirituality, to a person's emotionality. Those 3 are about physicality, emotionality, spirituality, and other aspects of a person. So that is one of the reasons why you may want to understand a person's, you know, aura a little bit. In the world of business, you know, sometimes people have maybe 5 or 10 seconds to make a great first impression. And if you're aware of your own energy and your own aura and how you want to affect others, well, you can, you know, project a particular energy with intention of wanting to, for me, my intention is typically to like heal, to soothe, to encourage, to love, and to motivate others, as well as to provide some kind of wisdom or growth for them. And so, you know, that energy is something that I try then to establish within my own emotions. Like I want to feel that space of confidence that I have, you know, the desire to inspire and to motivate and to teach and help others to grow. And so that is important with that we give off that energy, but you may, you know, come up upon people that you are working with in the work world where you know, want to get like kind of a read on their energy. And it's not proper to, you know, get a read on somebody's energy. It is part of life. We do it all the time so that we can maybe associate with them better, or that we can connect with them better, or that we can meet them where they are and then help them along the way, perhaps to help them shift, or to help them to feel more love, or to help them to feel more encouragement, or even to increase their own ability to be stronger in the way that they may be projecting their energy. So the spirituality. So that's just one reason why, you know, you may want to get a little better read on somebody's energy. There is an attraction there, you know, or there is a rejection there. And I, you know, I have worked for a long time to meet everybody where they are first. You know, unless I'm really, really tired of, you know, I need to, you know, be separate from others when I'm going out into, you know, the world. And I ask, you know, angels to surround and support me. And I ask God, you know, that I may be of service to others. So when I feel this idea of being of service to others, well, then, you know, I'm asking for that, you know, little bit of wisdom that may be needed for me for another person. So that I'm, you know, aware if I can be of service in some way, or be helpful in some way, or offer, a little bit of love and good intention to help them on their way. And it's not like I walk around blessing the whole world, but I do feel this way for myself, that I have this good intention. And then I know that my energy field will emanate that. So it helps you to be more attractive to others. It helps you to genuinely be more helpful to yourself and others. Love yourself first, and then love, emanates from you. And so the aura can be, a way of really like reading, understanding, and supporting others based on your own emanation. Okay, let's see. What do I need to tell you more? The aura provides insight, as I said, to spirituality, to emotionality, and to physicality. So usually spirituality, when somebody is spiritual, you're going to see a glow, you're going to feel a glow, you're going to know a glow, you're going to, just detect the sense of like, when they look at me, I just feel like there's love coming from them. Unless you're looking for a fight, and then it's your own projection. if your own projection, if you're looking for a fight, but you have to divide that. You have to understand that, right? And then colors. Let's talk about colors. So in my book, Angel Decoding, Secret Keys to Communicating with Angels, I have a lovely appendix where there is the appendix where the aura colors are. And in my YouTube video that I posted last Friday, I did go through the aura colors pretty specifically. So today I'm just going to do a little bit of overview on them, because you can go to that YouTube video, which is very short. It's just 12 minutes, and get more precise information about the aura colors. But aura colors can be the rainbow. So, we think of red and yellow and pink and green, purple and orange is the rainbow song colors. Maybe you remember that. The red is the color that I'm wearing today, and it is about feisty, determined energy. It is about being energetic. It is about intellect. It is about projecting energy and supporting others energetically, having energy. Negotiators, arbitrators, advocators, and they have a sense of the red aura that comes and goes. Again, the aura can be dynamic. It can change based on the way you feel, the things that you project, the energy that you are focusing on. That is in the moment, or you can get a deeper read on the aura that tends to be the aura of the person always, or there's a deeper read that's a little deeper, more intuitive read. But an immediate, sense of energy that you may get with red would be like they're energetic, they're feisty, they can be good negotiators or arbitrators, or good arguers too, as we would see perhaps in, an attorney. You want a good arguer if you have a case or situation that needs to come up in court. And this idea of, kind of faster running energy. So that's red. And then if we go to the rainbow song, red and yellow, yellow is intellect too, and new growth and learning. And this idea of, seeing that they're a student, or seeing that somebody is like really intellectual, that they might, read a lot of books, or they may, be really great thinkers. But this yellow, and the vibrant yellow, really kind of sunshine yellow, can be kind of like a motivator. A very dull, low, like dirty yellow can be that they're, a little bit depressed, or that there's some kind of stress, a lot of stress in a person's life. So red and yellow, and now pink. Pink is nurturing and compassion. Pink is a color of a person that needs nurturing and compassion, also is naturally a nurturer and compassionate. Pink is a beautiful, color of potential and emerging love. Sometimes we see hot pink around somebody, which is passion. But pink is very much associated with like this loving and nurturing vibe first. Red and yellow, pink and green. Green is a color of healing energy, and green around a person can be healing. that they need or that they have for others. It can also be a color of nature, of kind of environmental energy, of connected to the out of doors, of being, green, like we think of new growth, not new birth. New birth is the yellow. New growth and learning is yellow, but new birth could be green, like we think of a bud, growing green, like from the ground. Green is a beautiful color of healing and anything else I have, and naturalist. So red and yellow, pink and green, purple. Purple and violet, and the rays of the violet rays. So violet can go from very light violet, like real pastel, to a vibrant, really deep violet. Very, very well connected to spirituality, to being, kind of wisdom, a wisdom seeker, and also a wisdom offer or giver, or wisdom visionary. Excuse me. Violet is a color that is very, very prominent in spiritual circles. Let me see if I'm missing something. I don't think so. So red and yellow, pink and green, purple. Orange is changes, transitions, transformation. And orange can be really bright, and there's lots of changes coming, and shifts and transformations for the person, or they're in the middle of like a lot of changes and shifts. It can also be this creative color that says I'm creative, and I'm like seeing more creatively, and my creativity is emerging and splashing all over the place. And remember, orange is one of the ones that like you can taste and smell really easy too. So and now. So red and yellow and pink and green, purple and orange and blue. So blue is the color of communication and communicator. Blue, a very, clear, solid, typical blue, as we call it, is a very good communicator. A lighter blue is an emerging communicator. A, deep blue is like, could be writer, poet, also, communicator with the heavens, communicator with spirit, communicator, and many, many levels. So there's lots of ways we can communicate. There's also this blue that kind of runs in there with that orange, with the creator, the blue, and Paula says her fingers looked blue earlier. So the communication is emerging. She's a great communicator. Thank you for that, Paula. She texts me that message, and I can see it on my phone because I'm using my phone today, because my computer said that it wouldn't allow me to use Zoom on my computer because it was unsecure, so unsecure network. So I'm doing this on the phone. I hope it's working. Anyways, the blue, great communication, right? On all levels. Blue communicator, light blue, all the way to the dark blue. But I also want to say that when our fingers are cold, it can be blue too, because it's so cold in Iowa. So just having a reality check there too as well, or we can look purple. But the energy and the aura of blue can also be about artists. And so artistic expression, people that, have an artist point of view, that see things artistically, the designers, the, architects, there's, many, we would say Picassos in the world, blue. So, and then ones that are not in the rainbow are, is white. And, white is always the first one that we see, but white is honesty, wholeness, integrity, and loyalty. So, when you're doing an interview, they say, the people that have white shirts or white shirts on feel like more trusting to the interviewer, that they don't even realize it, but, that a white shirt, to someone represents, white represents honesty and loyalty. And so that's very interesting, colors, and sometimes people also think of the colors and use them in business. There's a whole new science now with colors and how it affects people's moods. That's not now, it's the science that has been coming, but the energy of you can affect people as well. Okay, so any colors I missed with silver And silver sparkles, there are angels all around. Silver, is wisdom as well. Gold is Christ consciousness, Christ energy, and kind of like emerging Christ consciousness. And also, your own consciousness emerging and shifting. When we see like gold, around someone else, it can be that your own consciousness is really emerging. You can see that the truth in them. You can see their energy, and it's not about them in that moment. It's you connecting with Christ consciousness, what we call Christ consciousness. And Christ was a healer, a teacher, a leader, and an amazing counselor, and also carpenter, so craftsman. And those, combined qualities can be in many of us. So anyways, those are the colors. Let me see. I'm at 9:44, so your time, 7:44 our time over here. And I'm really spunky this morning. I wonder how long I'll last. Okay, so the next thing is cleansing. I want to talk briefly about cleansing your aura. So I had an amazing experience at the expo this past weekend. That I was the Paranormal Psychic Expo that I actually had a table where I was vending at the table, doing readings at the table, and got to see a lot of people. Many of you came by. It was so amazing. There was great energy in the room, 50 vendors. Kimberly Fober helped me. I was so grateful for her help. She's a wonderful light worker, and she's the one that mans the Angelic Light Worker Facebook page, which I hope you're all on, because I'm going to offer a free reading in there pretty soon. Also, Angelic University membership is for those of you that are deeper into the learning and wanting to do more classes with me. So enough of that commercial. Let's talk about protection of the aura. We had an experience with some beautiful energy healers, energy workers, and was able to have, I was asking for a cleansing and a balancing of my aura, but what I really received, I felt like was like surgery. Like they removed junk from my energy, and what we do when we are loving, caring creatures, or like teachers, and working in the community and extending your love, we end up picking up a lot of people's stuff, and it kind of gets lodged in our own aura. And so things that you can do to clear your energy is like to wear this is a beautiful crystal that can help to this is moonstone. It's a white stone, and the white helps to deflect negative energy, and also kind of balance my own energy, the moonstone, or this white in the moonstone. But many crystals can help with you balancing your energy, and also kind of grounding you. This is this deep red is it's garnet, carnelian. Oh gosh, I can't remember the name of the stone, but it's a really deep red, which I got to particularly help with grounding me. So I wear this when I need, like a little bit of grounding. And so crystals can help you. There are particular, crystals that can help to clear the energy around you and to clean. Of course, the regular quartz crystal, the clear ones, can help to clear your energy. If you hold the quartz crystal, meditate with it, and hold the intention of it, the intention for you to hold it is for it to help clear the energy of your aura, to help you to remove any debris that has connected around you, or has befallen around you, or has embedded in you. So crystals. Also, sage is a wonderful clearing, no matter what, for clearing the house, for clearing a space, for clearing your energy. So you take, sage, and I don't have any with me. We'll pretend this pen is sage, and you light it, and then smudge it, and then you dance with it up and down your body, so that you are creating this wall of clearing, with the intention of removing all the debris, all of the negative energy, all that has attached to you, and you release it. So a sweetgrass is also, and you can diffuse sweetgrass. There's in oils. You can buy sweetgrass oil or even the sweet jasmine. Jasmine is a beautiful oil. Also, like the cleansing oils, like Thieves and On Guard. Those are, brands, of course. Those are blends from Young Living and doTERRA that are very similar. Clove is a beautiful oil that you can, wear to clear and cleanse, and it also helps to raise your vibration, because clove is very high on the ORAC scale, ORC, or oxygen radical absorbency capacity of clove is very high. So clove essential oil, especially 100% pure therapeutic grade essential oil that you'll find with those companies that will make them, such as doTERRA and Young Living. Some other companies will put fillers in there. They're not high enough quality, but the higher qualities are going to have a 5,000 ORAC, oxygen radical absorbency capacity. So clove is very good for helping you to combat disease, and anti, and it's an antimicrobial, antibacterial, but also can help you to cleanse your aura. So put a dab of clove at the bottom of your feet, to help, stabilize and clear your energy center. So we have, crystals. You can use sage. You can use essential oils. You can use sweetgrass and sacred water. So sacred water or holy water, some of us are familiar with holy water that's been blessed by, the church, as we would say. You can make your own holy water by drawing, water from perhaps a spring or well. Don't drink that water unless you purify it, but for you to use the water on your body or to anoint yourself with holy water is another way to intentionally clear your energy. When the group of us that went on the retreat to Mount Shasta, California, this past October, we brought back holy water from holy sacred water, I should say, not holy water, sacred water from the mountain that has been, purified through the natural process of running through all the minerals. And there's these beautiful freshwater springs. We were, given the privilege of going to a very private, spring that was kind of like a secret to the locals, but we filled up bottles of water and brought them back with us. I still have one 2/3 of a bottle left, and what I do is like kind of the homeopathic method. I put an ounce of water in like a 12-ounce glass and then drink it. Again, it's like a cleansing or a clearing, not just spiritually but physically there too. So not that you have to run to Mount Shasta to find the sacred water, but there are other water holes that are sacred, and you can create your own holy water by praying over a glass of good clean filtered water, praying over a glass of it, energizing it with a crystal, surrounding it with love for a half hour or so, energizing that water, and then drinking it down. We can energize our food that way too. So just wanted to make sure that we talked about protection, and then the intention of protection. And again, this weekend, when I had that experience with the energy healer, she gave me this beautiful prayer. And so I want to, wrap up our session here by saying this, prayer for all of us in terms of like, cleansing the energy. But I want to make sure I recap what you've learned. So, and I'm looking here, the electromagnetic field that's around every person, place, or thing is in fact the aura. Aura can be detected by Kirlian photography these days, which is, like what they call them aura pictures, and many people are offering Kirlian photography. You will get a still of your energy in that moment, but remember, your aura is dynamic, so you can shift your aura energy and change it in many ways throughout the day. Someone like myself who is trained and actually I would say I'm trained, but I'm actually practiced. I'm more practiced at seeing deeper into the aura. I can usually see like a person's true essence, and it's like a deeper sense of the aura reading, or their spiritual soul reading. And good vibes, bad vibes can be felt, can be smelt, can be palpitated, and can be seen. So we spoke about that. Why would we even want to, detect a person's aura? When you're working with people, it can be a way that you can help others. It can be a way that you enlighten them. It can be, a way that you meet them where they are, and also for your own awareness, that you can be aware of what you want to vibrate out, and that can affect you 100% in shifting who you are and who you want to be, and where you want to show up in this world. Because the better the healthier and the more vibrant you are, the more you're going to influence others without even knowing it. Your essence is so beautiful. Oh, they have an aura about them. I want to be with them. This is, really an interesting, person. And so, and it's not about like being on all the time where you're like, totally, like in a high vibe. It's about being genuine and really being comfortable with yourself. But why not emanate from this genuine place of beauty, right? And have a clean sense of who you are and a confident sense of who you are. And how do we get there? By cleaning the aura. So cleaning the aura, you can work with a Reiki master. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot to say that. Work with a Reiki master to balance your energy and to clear your aura. The Reiki masters, because of their high vibration, will be much more attuned, and have been, are just genuinely much more attuned to connecting to what you may need on an energy level, to cleanse and to balance and to clear. So work with a Reiki master. Consider crystals that can be clearing, balancing, and cleansing. Be an advocate for beautiful essential oils that are going to increase your vibration as well as cleanse your energy and aura. Consider saging yourself or a room or your office. Consider using sweetgrass, also kind of another form of burning and saging. And then the other idea of sacred water. Those are the ways that we can clear the aura. So have covered in the entirety from beginning to end this idea of aura. We only did this in an hour, so practice would come if you come to my workshop on the 23rd of April, if you can, on Saturday from 9 until 1, and we would get practice. We'll be working together. We'll use these cool 3D puzzles that help you to like focus on the soft gaze and expand your energy in many, many ways. Expanding your energy for you to be more successful, to be more influential, to be also happier and healthier. Because when you cleanse your energy, your aura, when you align with your energy and your aura, when you're aware of your aura, you are more grounded and more confident and more influential, period. So do it for yourself, and then begin to read others. You can read your animals. You can read the plants that are in the house. You can read the plants once it gets enough spring out there that those plants start sprouting. But start to look, especially on a sunny day, at the outer edges, and you'll see first like the white, and then like a little rainbow will appear, especially around plants. It's amazing. And then you're like, yeah, your aura practice is in action. We are going to end with this prayer of protection today. So if I can get you to take a deep breath in, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the breath. Settle in, close your eyes. Dear Heavenly Father, we ask that you help everyone that has been listening to Sacred Circle this morning to release anything and everything that is not of your love and not of your light, or for the highest good, or for the highest good of the universe, for their maximum health and vitality only. We ask that we release any negative energy now, that any negativity, any stress, any damage be released now, permanently, from the past, the present, and the future. And we send it directly to the feet of the Creator to be dispelled, to be transmuted, and to be released. We ask that all that have listened on Sacred Circle this morning to be granted full forgiveness to all that has caused any of them harm or hurt or injury or violence or trauma or past yokes of pain and bondage or other ill wills. We ask that all darkness, any chains or cords and unholy contracts or other attachments be released now and for them to be granted that they may have willingly or unwillingly played in any of these situations from the past, the present, or the future. And then I'm to ask you, do you agree in this release? And you say, I do. We seal this beautiful community of Sacred Circle watchers and healers, future visionaries. We seal them through the Mother and the Father Creator, the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ, and we, the divine, with much love and gratitude. And in all that is, we say amen. So thank you so much for listening this morning, everyone. I apologize that I wasn't able to do this on my computer, but was able to come to you by phone. I hope that it's still complete. I can't talk to you and have questions after the session because the phone doesn't allow me to do that. I'm so sorry. But I love you all and wish you all a beautiful, gorgeous day. Thank you for today and always. And remember, replays will be posted on YouTube, Maria Paith YouTube. And I welcome your subscription. So thank you and see you guys on the 23rd of March at my class for auras. If not then come to the Angel Retreat in April on 20th, 21st, and 22nd. It's going to be awesome. We've already got over 30 people signed up, and I just can't wait. Amen. God bless you, and I get to stop now. Do you want to record the class?